On this week's show, we visit Fleetwood RV, one of the top motorhome manufacturers in the world, and learn all about the company, its product line, and get a first-hand look at what goes into building a Class A motorhome. Fleetwood is located in the heart of RV country in Decatur, Indiana. When you drive up to their sprawling 17-acre facility and see all those chassis and units parked in the yard, it suddenly hits you that Fleetwood builds a heck of a lot of motorhomes. While there, we met with Lenny Razzo, Fleetwood's Eastern Regional Sales Director, and asked him to tell us a little about the company.
The Fleetwood brand started back in 1950. We used to have over, I don't know, probably 20 plants across the country. And just about 3 years ago, back in 2009, the company was purchased by Allied Specialty Vehicles and housed our entire headquarters here in Decatur, Indiana.
And how many brands does the company produce?
Fleetwood today is involved with about 15 brands, what we call brand names. And we go from our Class Cs, which we're known for our Tioga Jamboree, all the way up through our American Coach products, from American Eagle, American Tradition, and American Heritage. Very famous names known by Fleetwood: Bounder, which is very famous. It was actually the first basement motorhome produced. We also know the Discovery is also one of our power brands that we have in the diesel segment.
I understand that Fleetwood has been instrumental in creating some unique innovations and now are used by other builders. Can you give me an example?
Bounder was the very first basement motorhome that was created, and what that was our founder of Fleetwood, John Crean, felt like our consumers needed more storage. And so he actually, instead of just building the box on the rails, actually was able to put more of a bridge type system to give you more storage on the exterior of the coach. Many motorhomes today have the basement motorhome since John Crean's innovation.
I was wondering, are consumers demanding more and more amenities in their motorhomes these days?
Today, everyone used to, the old saying was everything but the kitchen sink. Well, in a motorhome you have the kitchen sink, but you're also bringing your TVs. The sofas, the furniture that we use in our motorhomes today, really residential. And I think over the last probably 2 to 3 years, a lot of the motorhomes have become more residential. What people are looking at and putting in their homes that they may own. And that's a lot of, when we're looking at innovating or changing floor plans or doing different things, we may go to a home show just to see what the new, what the consumers are looking for. And we've really started to integrate that into our motorhome interiors and exteriors.
What are some of the design changes the company has come up with to appease consumer demands?
Through the years, we've had to develop different floor plans, and inside those floor plans, we've had to innovate how the furniture may be integrated into that floor plan, how the sink, the kitchen may be integrated, as well as where the TVs are located. All the TVs used to be located at the very front of your motorhome. Through the years, to make it more residential, to make it more viewable for the consumer, make it easier for the consumer, we've had to redevelop those floor plans. So in some cases, we have a few floor plans where we have TVs that come out of the credenza dinettes. They may come, actually, one floor plan that comes out of the cabinets inside of the kitchen area. We have a lot of floor plans where they're located in the center of the coach with an L-shaped sofa there. Just very easy viewing at night, watching a movie with the kids, or just trying to relax and watch a ball game during the middle of the day. We just try to make it more usable for the consumer.
Another great innovation that takes the term hide-a-bed to the next level is this drop-down bed we saw in the new Excursion, which will hold up to 600 pounds. Coming up after the break, we'll find out what's new for 2014 and head out to the factory for a tour. Prior to the break, we saw how the sidewalls are installed on a unit, but before they're installed, they have to be made. and that's done right here in the laminating department. Each sidewall begins with an aluminum frame structure that is filled with insulating foam. Once the foam is in place, the whole unit is lowered onto a table where it is glued and sandwiched between the inner and outer skins. Next, the whole panel is run through a laminating machine which ensures that every panel is laminated evenly for a tight bond. Once out of the machine, workers cut and rod out all the window and door openings prior to sending the sidewall out to the assembly line. If you remember back on the line, we saw workers assembling cabinetry alongside each RV. Well, the cabinets are assembled right on the line, but everything is cut and labeled here in the woodworking department using the latest high-tech CC machines. Next, back on the line, the roof sections are getting covered with a rubber liner, and many of the components like vents and fans are being installed before the roof is put into place. This particular model has a rubber roof, but some Fleetwood models have fiberglass roofs. Next, the slide outs, which are pretty well all finished with cabinets and furniture, are put into place. Continuing down the line, front and rear caps are put on, as is the windshield and other glass. We're just about at the end of the line at cell 167. Here, all the appliances from refrigerators to stereos and TVs are installed and tested. The last operation on the production line is a complete bumper-to-bumper undercoating, which will give the motorhome years of protection from the elements. To say that this whole production line runs like a clock would be, well, true, because it does. In each department, you'll see a cycle clock which lets everyone know when the unit has to move to the next department. Last but not least, the almost finished RV heads to the paint department, where the first operation is a thorough cleaning. Once the vehicle is cleaned, all the non-painted areas are masked off prior to heading into one of the 9 modern paint booths, where a primer coat is applied and allowed to dry in the heated booth. Once the primer is dry, the unit heads into the second booth where it gets a base color coat. Next, a talented crew of maskers start taping off the patterns for the first trim color. Once that color is applied and dry, the operation is repeated for the next trim colors. As you can see, these patterns do get quite intricate, and if you don't know what you're doing, you could end up with a puzzling abstract. Once all the trim colors are applied, it's time to head into the last booth where the clear coat is applied. Once dried, the unit is ready to be delivered to another happy Fleetwood owner. So, the next time you see one of these Fleetwood motorhomes parked somewhere or going down the road, take a close look and think about all the work and craftsmanship that goes into building one of these rolling masterpieces. For more information on Fleetwood motorhomes, visit their website at fleetwoodrv.com or just log on to rollingontv.com.